Eyewitness News, your weather authority. Forecast first.
We saw more clouds in our skies today, and now rain is going to fall tonight. You can see it here on Storm Tracker. A lot of it just to our northwest and down to our south, but in between, scattered showers will continue to kind of redevelop and fill in, and our rain chances will gradually increase as we go through this evening and into the early overnight hours. We're around 60 degrees at 7 o'clock. We just fall into the 50s this evening. Only low 50s for our overnight lows, and most of those showers should be ending by the time we get to daybreak on our Friday morning. We'll take an hour-by-hour look at the timing of the rain for tonight, and then we'll look ahead to another bigger system coming over the weekend. All in your forecast next on Eyewitness News at 5.
This is a live look at the University of Southern Indiana at this hour tonight, hosting Leadership Taking Charge. Former Secretary of State and four-star General Colin Powell is set to speak. We'll have a live report coming up.
The search for 16-year-old Lauren Sizemore is over tonight. The girl is reunited with her family. Her 56-year-old step-grandfather is sitting in an Alabama jail. Tonight, team coverage from Orange Beach and right here in the Tri-State. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
Live from WEHT Local, this is Eyewitness News at 5 in high definition.
The widow of murdered Evansville firefighter Robert Dorr must move out of her home. Good evening, everyone. I'm Shelley Kirk.
Hello, I'm Brad Bird. Glad to have you with us tonight. A judge ruled today in favor of Dorr's daughter, Lindsay Dorr. Continuing coverage tonight, the judge also ruled to freeze Dorr's assets. Evansville police have charged Elizabeth Fox Dorr with a felony obstruction of justice and misdemeanor false informing. EPD said she deleted a call from her cell phone before calling an ambulance for her husband that had been shot the night of February 26. If convicted, she could spend more than 3 years behind bars. So far, no one has been charged with the shooting of firefighter Robert Dorr. A missing teenager from Hopkins County, Kentucky has been reunited with her parents in Alabama.
Now, the search for 16-year-old Lauren Sizemore of Dawson Springs, Kentucky, has come to a scary but safe end. We have team coverage from our sister station, WKRG. Eyewitness News' Debbie Williams is in Orange Beach, Alabama, with more for us. Debbie?
5 days ago, the teenager went missing. 2 days ago, a nationwide Amber Alert. And just in the last 24 hours, she's been found and is safe. 16-year-old Lauren Sizemore was last seen in her bedroom last Saturday night around midnight. Investigators believe her kidnapper is her step-grandfather, 55-year-old Glenn Harper. At first, Harper was believed to be headed to Texas, where he has relatives. But one day after a nationwide Amber Alert was issued, he and Sizemore were found in Orange Beach, walking out of a Walmart supermarket. U.S. Marshals using Harper's cell phone to track him. As he was being arrested in Alabama, a prayer vigil at the high school in Dawson Springs was just getting underway. But before the first prayer was even made, the police chief announcing they had already gotten the answer they had all been waiting for.
About 15 minutes ago, I received a phone call. Glenn Harper and Lauren Sizemore are in custody.
Lauren was reunited with her family about 30 minutes north of Orange Beach early this morning. For Harper, he's in the Baldwin County Jail. He could make his first court appearance as soon as tomorrow morning. Reporting in Orange Beach, Alabama, Debbie Williams, Eyewitness News.
Well, tonight there is relief in Dawson Springs, Kentucky. This national story, worried family and friends here close at home. Eyewitness News' Stuart Hammer continues our team coverage. He's back from Hopkins County with an update. Stuart.
Brad, the police chief of Dawson Springs made that road trip with Sizemore's family for the reunion, and they're expected back into town tonight or early tomorrow. Meanwhile, people in Dawson Springs are overjoyed to learn Lauren is safe. Elizabeth Massey was at a park today with her daughters enjoying the weather. Massey said she had to talk to her girls about what happened this week. They feared the worst, but had hope Lauren would be found safe. Lauren is a family friend, and they go to the same church. They said it's hard to believe something like this could happen in their community.
Very shocked and surprised and worried. And it just came to remind, I need to sit down and talk with my girls and, make sure that they understand that you know, take precaution with everyone.
Well, that's kind of scary. Even though Lauren was taken by a family member, Massey says this is a good lesson for her girls to always be aware of their surroundings. Massey says it feels like everything is getting too close to home. She says they'll sleep a lot better tonight. In the newsroom, Stuart Hammer, Eyewitness News.
All right, thank you, Stuart. Other news we're watching today in Spencer County. One person is dead following a fiery crash on I-64. It happened around 11 this morning. It kept the westbound lanes of the interstate closed for about 4 hours. Indiana State Police said the driver of a car was traveling eastbound at a high rate of speed when the car crossed the median, ran head-on into a semi, and caught fire.
Most likely what's going to happen is the vehicle will be towed away to a secure location, and that's when we will get inside that vehicle and try to find out exactly who's inside that vehicle and how many people are in the vehicle.
Now that's Sergeant Todd Ringel of ISP. The driver of the car was pronounced dead at the scene. The identity of the victim has not been released.
A man streaming live on Facebook while driving is now facing charges in Evansville this afternoon. Police say an officer was behind 28-year-old Jason Duggar at Van and Washington Avenue when he noticed Duggar was holding a cell phone out of his window. When an officer tried to pull him over, police say Duggar initially refused. Officers say they were eventually able to open Duggar's door and take him into custody. EPD says they found a loaded handgun on the driver's side floorboard. Duggar had a permit for the gun, but it was from out of state. He is facing several charges in the Vanderbilt County Jail.
Crude oil prices nearly touched $70 a barrel today, so that got people double-checking prices at the pump. Taking a live look now of Thornton's on the US 41 strip in Henderson. U.S. sanctions on Iran and Venezuela have been supporting oil prices, and major flooding in the Midwest is said to play a role in the rising prices. Well, taking a look now, gas in Evansville at Chuckles out on Green River Road is at $2.79 a gallon. Thornton's on the Henderson Strip at $2.59, and in Mount Carmel, Illinois at the Phillips 66, gas at $2.66 a gallon.
Well, if you shop at Kroger or Ruler Foods, listen up. Kroger, the parent company of Ruler Foods, has taken its first step toward eliminating single-use plastic bags in all of its stores. That's new tonight at 5. Some Kroger stores have already stopped using the single-use plastic bags. Kroger announced that it planned to eliminate single-use plastic bags in all stores by 2025. A Kroger study suggested that 100 billion single-use plastic bags are thrown away in the U.S. every year. Customers will be able to buy reusable bags at its stores for $1 or $2. Brown paper bags will also be available for free.
And a live look right now at the new Screaming Eagles Arena at the University of Southern Indiana. Former Secretary of State and four-star General Colin Powell will be speaking tonight. We'll have a live report next.
And he's known to the pilots as Mr. Passenger, and he had his own personal flight attendants. We'll explain all this coming up.
And meteorologist Stacey May joins us now with a look at our forecast. It's been beautiful this week, Stacey, but that could change.
Yeah, and that is changing a little bit for us. We saw the clouds come back today. We've got some rain on the way for tonight. We still, though, hit 70 for a high today. Look at these numbers in your almanac. We'll take that. 47 was our low, 70 our high, 6 above normal. We'll talk about the rain for your Thursday night next on Eyewitness News at 5.